So, Saturday has a lot of animes ever on. This is the final video I probably make today, guys. But I say it here because we're gonna watch Heart now. I think it's a great anime. I think it's one of the best anime last year. It wasn't like my favorite, comedy, which is Nagatoro, and I keep saying that Nagatoro is a godlike anime, so deal with it. But I did watch this anime every week with excitement and so on, right? I didn't react to it. I don't remember when, maybe it was like the date or whatever, but I'm here, right? And I actually really did watch it every week, and I was really into it. And I love the characters, it was fun and so on. However, I want to say this thing here before, right? I want to be negative, but I'll say it here before, guys. Sorry, sorry, Maki. There is of course a lot of animes today, right? This is like the fourth thing I'm doing right now today. Normally, I won't do many videos on a Saturday, so. It really is up to you guys. Do you want me to react to this anime? Or should I react to the leveling, right? Or the new Isekai and so on? And I don't completely go after like, oh, what's the most popular anime? For example, the new Isekai anime is very unpopular. It has like no traction, so it is what it is, right? And solo leveling is obviously the more popular. But I still feel I'm probably gonna do like 2 animes, right? And to some extent, right, if you want me to keep doing this anime over, for example, Blue Exorcist, please subscribe, press the like button, leave a comment below, right? And because otherwise, I don't feel I have that much time, right, to do this stuff. Also do some gaming stuff, right? So, you know what I mean, you only have finite time, right? When I started this channel, I used to do like every anime ever, right, that was airing, and it just took too much time, it just too much time. Basically how it is, right? And and also it's kind of how YouTube's algorithm works these days. Back in those days, it was that long ago, but still, you wouldn't get like a negative feedback on YouTube and so on. So whatever, it's not a video, but you got a point. So I want you guys to tell me what do you want, right? This anime or the animes, basically. But otherwise, this is like my second or third favorite rom-com last season, not counting Kaguya-sama, which of course is a masterpiece, but that's like a movie and this is unfair, right? And I think Kaguya-sama is like the greatest comedy of all time, basically, right? It's like a 10 out of 10 anime. Yeah. That to me is like top 10 of all animes, just not the year of all animes, right? Straight up, right? So it's kind of hard to beat that anime. But otherwise, one thing I would say is that I hope this anime though in the second season here works a little more on evolving the characters. If there's one thing I would have as a critique for this anime, it's a short review here now then, of first season again, is that it doesn't really evolve them too much, like dwell on their things. It reminds me, for example, of Komi-san. Komi-san I think is way worse, alright. I watched Komi-san first seasons, and you felt like, oh, these characters are exactly what they are from the first episode, and then they never changed at all. And I heard it's the exact same thing for like 300 more chapters. I haven't read the manga, but I heard the Komi-san basically doesn't have any character development for like 300+ chapters until like recently. So it's like, oh yeah, fun. And this anime, it feels like it's the same thing. For now, right? We will see, of course, like now. But it does feel like it might have the same issue of the characters just staying in the exact same personality traits all the time, forever. But anyway, see, hopefully I'm wrong, or rather, what I most want to see, right, is character development in this tour. So 3, 2, 1, and go. But basically, right, that would be what I hope the most happens today here, then. Yeah. I guess they jumped like a summer or something now. Oh, sorry. Yamada. Yeah, I guess they jumped more. I like, he looks, he looks so sulky. But yeah, his arm, he's like, oh. Come on, I have to comment this, him being like, leave me alone. Like, yeah, and then of course Bakugo is as always. I wanna be the main character, yeah. Bakugo this is the main character in Blue Exorcist. Yeah, he finally gets to be the main character in one anime. Immediately it's like, Kimoi! Yeah, what a lame... but shit, Yamada is cool though. Yamada is cool, your necklace. I like it, yeah, cool. Yamada was so nice to him. Oh, what a lame... what a weird necklace you have, loser. It's like, oh my god, so mean to him. Gonna make Yamada something bigger, I feel. Yeah, there we go. I like the image here, Yamada with ice cream. Yeah, it's like a figure with Yamada with ice cream. Right? Okay, goes, the opening is... I liked it. I love the first opening. The first opening is so good. The song is really good. Here we go, opening 2 here. Adidas, clearly, on her backpack, or Abibas, but yeah. Let's see if we can live up to the first season's opening. That was the best song last year. Yeah, see if we can... I think a really sweet song, right? This feels more poppy, more high, like, modern pop, yeah, a little more. Yeah, there we go, of course, different outfits and so, yeah, modeling. It's a good song, but I wouldn't say it's as sweet as the first song. No, it feels a little more like, you know, typical J-pop. Well, it looks really good here though in the opening. Okay, and I can see chorus. Yeah, okay, she's running here. Oh, it's good. Yeah, give her a ride this one, come on. Oh my god! Hand holding! Okay, now it's like a dance number! Okay, now the opening was awesome, and now they do like a choreography dance here, okay? Now it's good! Yeah, now this I call anime openings. That's an anime opening. When the character has like a choreography dance together. No, this is an anime opening, yeah. We're gonna have all the main characters do like a dance bit. Okay, oh yeah, this is good. You know, I still feel like Votuko is one of the best openings, you know, we do the phone thing together. Yeah, that's one of the best openings of all time, you know. Those openings are always fun, man, when they do like a dance opening, come on. That's when the opening really shined. Like, before it was okay, and then it's like, okay, it's a dance performance. Like, no, it's not an anime opening. No, it's 10 out of 10. Yeah, there we go. That was good. That was good. Oh yeah, actually, last week I did watch the, what's it called? 12.5 episode? If you haven't seen it one, I definitely recommend it. It's like a bonus episode, right? It's like shorter episode with a lot of like sort of omake episodes. They have like one joke, then it's like haha gamada. That's like a weird middle bit. But yeah, it was pretty fun. But it wasn't like an episode, a normal structured episode. If you haven't seen the OVA. Yeah, the OVA is like weird. It's like one joke and then they teleport, one joke, they teleport. The guy's like, I need a time machine for this. Yeah, oh god. Let's see what he does. So his arm is broken, right? I can see him getting help from her or something. I feel the storyline's gonna be her like, oh, you need help with this thing? Yeah, Yamada, can you help me? No? She's angry at him. She's sulky at him. Yeah, no. That's so tired of it all! I can't ask for help! Oh, she's helping him. Oh, she can't. Okay, she's using him as like indirect. She's sending him as like an indirect assistant in between. Yeah, he's angry at me, so you have to help to give it to him. It's kind of like, you know, when someone is like, you know, you tell her. It's kind of like when two people are arguing, right? But they don't want to talk to each other directly. It's like, you tell her, and then the person in the middle is like, she's saying this thing, yeah, and it's like, you know, communicate for them in between. Like, it's super annoying. Like, you tell him I sent this note, yeah. It's like, it's super annoying behavior of like, I'm using this guy as an intermediate thing here. Yeah, it's just senseis. And actually, it's like, she's sundering it already, yeah. It's like, it's only because Sensei asked me to do it, okay? It's not like I want to do it or anything. I really want to help you. Yeah, but it's all like kawaii. This anime is so kawaii, come on. Oh, come on, you really so angry. Come on, he's like the sulkiest kid ever. Ah, it's adorable, yeah. But it's always like this. I mean, I love his anime, but come on, it's always like this. He's all sulky, and it's all like, do you really want to help me? And she's just like, I do want to help you, come on! Yeah, it's like, it's always, I mean, it's adorable, this anime, but it really is like the same joke like 500 times. Let's be honest here, it is the exact same joke like over and over again, yeah. More or less. I mean, I'll be fair here. I mean, I like it, but it's like the same thing all the time. I haven't seen it in a while now. Yeah, it's like, oh, it's the same joke over again. I was like, try laughing now. It's adorable. Oh, she ate all the rice or something. It's kind of like Yamada joke. She's like a beast. Yeah, she you know, she's so tall and big because she eats so much. Yeah, of course. She needs like 5 extra. Here we go. Now she has to share because he can't read, right? Only he's broken his arm, right? She has to help him. I knew this was gonna happen. I knew this was gonna happen. Of course, it's so typical anime. Now she has to help him to, like, you know, flip the page or whatnot, right? Because yeah, he can't read and so on. She has to help him to do this like stuff, right? It's like the most anime trope thing ever. Yeah, it's like, don't worry, I do it for her. Yeah. Man, this character is so weird. Oh my god, is it this thing? Like, no, man. I'm showing you, like, he's just a weird character too. He's yeah. And generally, I just call him Bakugo, right? I don't remember what he's. Oh yeah, it's Yamada on the first page here. She's on the front cover here, becoming famous. But yeah, but she's like somewhat famous, right? She's what can I say, right? She's not like a super famous person. We saw in that in the episode where she was on TV. Obviously, she was kind of like, yeah, those weird things was like 20 people are into you at the same time. She only gonna say one. She didn't get the screen time, right? Yeah, which is not a real thing in real life, you know. You see it on Japanese TV all the time. They pick like 20 idols, and they are all. And it's basically, it's like, yeah, the most famous person is in the middle, right? And other ones might get to say something, and it's very weird, but I guess this happens in like an oversaturated market, right? With too many people willing to become celebrities or whatnot, or yeah, famous or whatever, yeah, or singers or dancers, and you know what, so it's like oversaturation, I guess, because of that issue. Because it is somewhat like a cringy thing, right? But it really is like how Japan, not always of course in Japan, but I mean it's a real thing. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, she's actually on the front cover. Exactly. She's famous now. A little bit. Kurama! Oh, she's adorable. Look at it! But yeah, I mean, it's almost a big thing, right? If you're like, you know, if you start having a career in this, yeah, and it probably pays better than most jobs. Probably will. It pays nothing. It either pays absolutely nothing. Either she's paid like absolutely peanuts, right? And it's like a terrible job in a salary way, because until you're famous enough, no one pays you at all. Or it's like a established magazine and they actually pay you like really a lot of money for like a few minutes of work, basically. Yeah, it's like, it's either one of things, seriously. Either one of things always. I mean, I worked in the, you know, entertainment industry for many years, right? That's how it always is. Either you are paid incredibly high for like a consulting thing, and you're paid like $10,000 for like a day or something, right? Or it's like, oh, you make like $0 per hour for like a lot of work. Yeah, it's either one of those things. Yeah, either you get a lot of money or nothing. I don't know. Like, it's hard to tell with anime because I don't know. It's hard to tell, honestly, because it's like I usually it's about the how serious the magazine is, right? If it's like a very famous magazine, they usually have like set salaries and unions, perhaps even, and so on, right? So then it's like a set money value. For example, look at that Bayonetta case of that voice actor. She was gonna get, you know, hundreds of dollars, you know, and she could record the whole Bayonetta 1 in like one day, right? According to herself, she could record a whole video game in like 3-4 hours, and she got paid thousands of dollars for that. She would get like several, you know, she got like a month's salary for one day's work, right? And then she still complained, you know. Obviously, I mean, I read about it, but yeah, it's quite a classic thing, right? Yeah. If you actually get these jobs, it usually pays really well, but of course, you get them rarely. That's true. Yeah. Obviously, usually you get these gigs very infrequently, right? But when you get them, they pay like a month's salary immediately. That's usually how it is. But anyway, yeah, she. But she's like a giant. Yeah, she's like a terrible. I was surprised that Yamada is like, yeah, she can't cook food, right? Because she's like a giant 2 meter tall lady with like super strength. Yeah, she's like, yeah, she keeps breaking everything. She's like, I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm a terrible chef. But I think this is her character, right? She's always like this. Yeah, she's like 3 times his size, something. Yeah, it's like the whole, her whole characterization is like she's like a. Oh yeah. Feels gonna turn into some kind of fat joke now. Like she's the chubby girl, right? Yeah, I feel it is though. I mean, come on. She's the eater girl. She's Monica, you know. It's like every Monica joke, every flashback you frat with Monica is always like, oh yeah, of course this lady is a chef, right? Because, you know. Oh yeah. I guess they are advancing that sideline. Oh, nice. Oh, he got mutton chops. He got like mutton chops. Well, yeah, he got hey. He's turning into Wolverine, man. He got us like Logan mutton chops. Yeah. I mean, I would have too if I used to shave, you know. I have beard, so yeah, I mean, I could shave my beard, I could keep my mutton chops, I suppose. I should do it, man. Cosplay Wolverine. Yeah, I should do it. Shave my beard. Like, just get that. The sidelines. Oh yeah, he only got one hand. Oh, this is gonna be weird now. She's gonna help him with his headgear. Because he only has, yeah, his arm is broken, right? So he's this is adorable. Yeah, a little bag comes out there, yeah. Yeah, stop laughing at me! She finally gets it. She's like, okay, yeah, she's laughing at him like that. It looks a bird! Is that on purpose? It looks terrible. Is that on purpose? It looks really terrible. Like his Bakugo is like, yeah, explosive power. I mean, seriously. The guy is like, I use a lot of fire, yeah. I was heating it up. It's like, yeah, okay, you. It looked like he really, really well done this food here. But I get so happy about it. It's like, yeah, bro! I love how he dropped the keychain thing. Yeah, he dropped his little keychain, the little puppy. Yeah, it's all kawaii after all. Yeah, nice. It's a cute Vanshan after all. Oh, yeah, I'm on a diet. I also be on a diet. It's like, bird! Keep burning food! I also be like, yeah, I'm on a diet. It's like, okay, now she's gonna eat it anyway, though. But honestly, they hasn't burned it. It looks terrible. Maybe it's just the anime, but I'll also be like, no, I'm not tired, guys. No, I don't feel very hungry today, yeah. I feel like he clearly burned it, so I'll be like, yeah. But for her, I mean, it's a double thing. I mean, she's obviously, like, trying to lose weight, right? And that's what she's like, oh, I'm on a diet. But at the same time, it looks like he burned the food. Like, so it was like, yeah, I don't want to eat the food because I'm on a diet, and it looks terrible. Like, it's like a completely, like, scorched. It's like, yeah, okay, I'm just gonna leave instead. As a side note, though, let me give it here. I was the master home chef, okay? I had spent another video, right, Zeppelin, this Wednesday, and also previous years. My father used to be a chef, right, when I was a kid, and so on. And I said in my summer videos, right, so, yeah, I was actually a really good chef, and we had home economy. Like, seriously, I love having that in school, because on Fridays, we would have that, right, and me and one of my friends, Labbe, we would just go in there, and we would make, like, really good food, like, seriously, because at the school would give us, like, you know, really, like, amazing, like, good quality food, like, a lot of food to make, and we could basically just sit there and be like, oh, it's just whatever, we'd be like, bam, we would make, like, freaking gourmet food, and we had, like, really high budget. I don't know, I'm from Sweden, and we rich country or something. We had, like, really high budget, and in my, like, home economy, it's called basically, right, in Swedish. Yeah, translated. So we would have, I think, just ridiculously high budget. So we would make so, like, amazing food. We could make, yeah, we had like 2-3 hours on it, so it was like a super long, like half Fridays. It was like every second week for like 4 hours, something crazy. And it was like, you had all this time in the world to make this amazing food, and you had the budget of like $40-50 per person per group or something. So we were like, okay, so it was crazy. And I got the course like A+, of course, but it was like, I remember it was like the greatest course ever. It was the best subway in school because I could eat some food, right? But it was seriously, because we were like, oh, we can make beef wellingtons and everything. Yeah, it was like, you had like 2 hours or something to make your food something at least, and then also eat it and so on. It was amazing. And like I said, the food, the actual stuff we got was like freaking A+ tier 2. It was really weird. But I am from a rich city as well. my hometown is very wealthy, like compared to, you know, like, I mean, generally Sweden, of course, rich country, but like my hometown is one of the richest, like the most best taxes per person kind of thing. Good GDP per city, something weird, but yeah, a lot of money at school, whatever, I guess. But now they like, yeah, she eats a lot, that's true, but she's kind of sulky. Is it my fault? He's so terrible. He's a very bad reader, right? Yeah, what are you like doing? Nothing? So was not this man. Oh, nothing? Nandemoni? Yeah, come on. Yeah, she looks kind of sad. But I don't think it's his fault. I don't think so. Yeah, she looks either angry or sad, but I don't... Is it his fault? Because she's probably just like, I couldn't find my ice cream or something. She's the kind of woman that's like, I can't find my ice cream or something stupid, and now she's angry. It's nothing. Okay, he's gonna talk to her. Okay. What's wrong, Yamada-san? Here comes yeah, he goes. He's clearly the physical teacher. No, but seriously, that guy, he's just a gym teacher. I don't know why, but they always have that like anime look. But that guy is the guy that does gymnastics. He's the anime teacher that does like physical ed. Yeah, he's like muscular sensei. He's the guy that likes to do. No, but seriously, I don't know, but like the way he's drawn is exactly like every other, you know, like physical teacher ever, right? Yeah, he's like goes out there. He got like another. Yeah, I think it's like his West has. He got like the muscular, like it's something like he got the beefcake sensei look or something. Like every time, without looking very muscular, right? You know, it's something like that. They have this very specific, like, oh yeah, this is like the physical. Oh yeah, he looks like super serious now. Throws the red scarf here, like Naruto. It reminds me of that Naruto movie with Hinata's one. Okay, so I'm gonna go and try to find in the snow here. She obviously lost. Yeah, I saw earlier where she was like, Inai! Oh, she comes back. Oh, she's gonna be all like, what are you doing? Oh, come on, she's the best character. You tried to find it? Yeah. No, I'm just happy to... I dropped my own stuff in the snow, yeah. No, I'm not trying to help her. I just accidentally dropped my own... Like, my wallet or something, yeah. She's just a kind of teasing character. I mean, her whole character is just to be like a teasing... what are you doing in the snow? Yeah. Her whole character is just to be annoying, yeah. Just to be like a super annoying person, like, oh, I think I see you, what you're doing, boy. Yeah, come on. It's like her whole character, man. But now, of course, he walks into Yamada, also trying to find it, right? I mean, it's adorable, yeah. I mean, obviously she gets it, right? He's trying to find it. And now she's gonna be all like, arigato! Or something, probably. And she's all like, fuck out the character. She's like, yeah, I got you, bro. I got you. She's like matchmaking it. Yeah, now she's crying here. Yeah, I will never give up. It's a very serious scene here. I feel it might be better if he told her to like... I don't know, yeah, don't worry. Yeah, this is like a better line here from him. Of being like, don't worry, Yamada-san. It's like, it's not the end of the world. Oh, this is a good scene, you know? Yeah, I want him to be like... Okay, so is he gonna hug you or something? Come on, I did this. He finally finds it in the tree somehow. As a hero, what an ultimate guy, man. Oh my god, yeah, he finds her keychain. And now they're holding hands kinda, weirdly. Accidentally, yeah. Arigato. Come on, oh, this is cute though. Oh, this is cute. Yeah. Yeah, he gets a hug, right? Come on, it's gonna be like some... I mean, they're like adorable, yeah. She's gonna like... Probably. Something like that. This is awkward. This is typical anime awkwardness. Like, it's like hand holding. Yeah, it's typical anime awkwardness. It's like we can't really like commit to it. So it's like I'm gonna like hold your hand, okay, And that's like some, yeah, it's like we're not gonna go further than that, right? Yeah, it's like no, she did that for like a second. it was adorable, but very anime. It's like we can't push it further than this. Yeah, it's like I will give you a hug. Yeah, it's like this is where we and this is how we can't go into details. Yeah. And he goes the ending. Oh, that's her brother? I guess so. It's like a baby. Oh yeah, just like that looks like Yamada though. Maybe it's like her sis. If it's they're growing up, there might be like Yamada when she was a baby. Yeah, that's clearly him when he was a kid. Yeah, now Yamada is in like I guess like she was younger. Yeah, but she was still like a giant though. Of course she was. She's a giant, but she was like 10. She was still taller than the grown-ups. That woman has hypophysen. It's called in Swedish. I don't remember but yeah, she was like a giant. She's always been a giant. I like it. It's cute. She was like gigantic person always. That's a cute ending. Yeah, I never see them like eating food and so on. Hanging out. That's adorable. Yeah. That's adorable. But what is it called? Okay, I'm just gonna Google it because I can't remember the Swedish word for it. Hypophysen, right? What's it called in English? Something similar, I think. Hypophysen. What is in Latin? Yeah, because the Latin word hypophysis. So it's probably the same in English. No, in English it's called no, it is the same if you use Latin. Okay, so in Latin it's called hypophysis cerebrum. Yeah. But it's also called otherwise pituitary gland, right? Yeah, but that's what I'm thinking because I'm pretty sure it's the same thing in hypophysis, the same thing in English and Latin, right? Because actually it's Latin, but otherwise called the pituitary gland. So that's the one that gives you your growth hormones, right? So if you're really, really tall, if you're like really tall as a kid, right? Like really tall, like actually like a giant, right? That usually means that you have issues with your pituitary gland, and I really mean like you probably should check it out, let's speak, if you're kids or whatever, because there is this thing that you can look. There's a lot of science behind this, right? But it's been many research, and kids that have way too much growth hormones, they usually become too tall, right? Like for the age, and it's a difference between being tall and being too tall for your age. It means that some people, right? They grow up to get say plus 2 meters when they are in the 20s or whatever, right? But some people are 2 meters when they're 10, right? There are some kids that are 2 meters like she is, which is like a 10-year-old, right? And then she gets older, and then she's like 210 or 220 or whatever, right? But she starts out immediately really, really tall already at a very young age. Then, of course, she gets even taller and taller, but she starts out incredibly high or taller already. That actually means that your pituitary gland has issues, right? Like it's like sending too much growth hormones or whatever. And usually what happens, and I mean, seriously guys, is what happens is that you have other bad body functions, right? Usually bad bone structure and so on. You usually have fragile bones. Other stuff happens usually. Basically, because your body is growing too fast, too quickly, right? As a kid, you're gonna have like your organs will take damage, and your bone especially usually take damage. So, like extremely tall people, right? Actually, usually live short lives, right? You can look at like some famous people about. Too much detail, but yeah, a lot of famous tall people, right? They've only lived until like the 20s or so because the body can't handle it, right? And it's usually like seriously Yamada in this ending, she's coming in there like she's like 2+ meters already at like age 9 or 10 or something, and now she's like 20 and she's like 230 something. Like she probably would actually not live very long as a real person, because she probably would have like really fragile bones, and her organs might get hurt by her incredible growth and so on. It does not have to happen, but it's actually quite common. And that's one of the things too, right? Think about it, like you almost never see those people that are really, really tall, and they also happen to be like really like wit and have like a huge frame and so on. Usually you don't get both, right? Like I got a big frame right there, but I'm Swedish, right? We got big frames instead, big Viking bodies. But seriously, I don't know that I was like the second or tallest kid and so on. Yeah, very rarely was someone taller than me. I'm pretty tall, so very rarely was anyone taller than me, and I'm also pretty wit. And all the people that were taller than me, they were obviously like bean sprouts, like, you know, Moku Machine, yeah, they were like this, right? And they were very tall, but very, very slim, right? And I'm slightly shorter than them, but much more like that, right? So, much more fortitude. No, but seriously, not to be that guy, but she probably has like a dangerous. she probably does have like some like physical illness. Yeah, seriously, if it was a real person, because I'm not saying that every tall woman has, you know, oh yeah, she got like fragile bones, right? But yeah, if you're that tall already at that age, then you probably have that, and then of course eventually it might get fixed. But in reality, what happened is probably that if you have this, you know, enormously hypophysis and growth spurt, you probably would take a lot of medicine. I mean, seriously, you take a lot of medicine to like add that, right? That fixes your bone structure and so on. You probably take a lot of that, and usually you also get some other like scoliosis. You get some other issues in your back and so on. So you might have to have one of those like back fixers or something, depending. I have a friend that I have a tall friend. I know his family and so on. You know, my dad knows that and so on. So I have a shadow friend. He actually need to have that. He had like one of those back issues. He's very tall, and he needed to get one of those like back braces, you know, for like forcing your body to get like, you know, more like straight. Yeah, he had issue because he was like really, really tall, and really tall, kind of slim, right? And then he gets kind of lanky, right? Kind of, you know, bends over. So he had to like get that thing so he couldn't like move his body, like a board in his back, right? For a few years, like 2 years, yeah. Like a back brace, so he wouldn't, you know, get like a weird thing. So that's honestly probably what your mother would have. Yeah, she probably would have like a back brace. Order video, no, but seriously, I saw the ending. I was like, man, that is really unhealthy. Because yeah, she's like extremely tall, right, in the anime. But that basically she's like fully grown, right? You know, in the anime takes place where she probably won't grow anymore, right? She's like in her, you know, adult size, to speak. But when you saw the flashback, the ending is basically a flashback, right? And then she's like, oh yeah, she was like taller than, she was like bigger than her parents when she was like 9 or something. I'm like, that looks really bad. Seriously, that looks dangerous. I shouldn't laugh about it, but I'm laughing a bit because it's so anime, right? I'm not saying that it ruins the anime, but if I was the author, I would never make her. I mean, obviously the author wants to put out that she's tall, I get it. But I would say the author probably is like over-exaggerating it too much when she was younger, because otherwise she probably would have a lot of comment about that in the anime, being, oh, I have these issues, right? If anything, the anime probably could use that to make her a deeper character, have her discuss that she has back pain or this thing and so on, right? Because she really probably does have that, because she's like way too tall, especially in the flashback. Even in the current timeline, she's probably almost too tall for her age. Not really, but I mean maybe. But like in the flashback, absolutely. So it's kind of weird. But my friend actually had a back brace thing when he was like 16, 17 or something like that. Yeah, he started having it then. Something like that. But I remember he talked about he like scoliosis and all of that stuff. But whatever, I digress. Yeah, long back pain stuff there. But seriously, this flashback really reminded me of that, man. She actually probably has health issues, because she's like extremely tall, right? And it's kind of funny. Let me just go back to anime here. I think it's kind of funny in the sense that, like, it works, you know, in like One Piece or whatnot, right? One Piece is probably the best example of that, where some character is really tall, like Doflamingo, Whitebeard, or whatever. There are some characters, or there are humans, but they're like 5 meters tall because reasons, right? Oda is like, no, I want him to be tall, but he's the bad guy. Oda basically is just like, the bad guys are just really tall because they are bad or something. Like, you automatically gets taller the eviler you are or something. But seriously, this is like, nope, they're tall because it looks better visually, right? Like, but he doesn't care, you know. Humans can be really tall, and this one giant guy is very short. This one guy, he looks like he's like a tall guy, but actually he's a giant that's very tiny. Yeah, he's a tiniest giant, but he looks like a tall human. Like that's the best character. It's a Vice Admiral. He actually isn't a tall. He's like 4 meters tall, but actually he's like 4 meters short, right? Because he's supposed to be like 40 meters tall. Actually, he's like a really tiny giant guy. Yeah, but so anyway, yeah, in One Piece it works because the author is like, people can just grow, and it's just like, you know, magic powers, right? So in those animes it works, right, when you have magic. But in an anime like this, where the character is just like incredibly tall, you know, like absurdly, monstrously sized woman, and she's like, you know, she's like the biggest person by twice, right? Like she's twice as big as every other people in the whole anime. In her, I mean, it works. It doesn't really. I mean, if you put the blinders on, it works absolutely. I'm not saying it ruins the anime. My point is that because like in the older animes, you have magic or someone, so you kind of can accept that someone is super big for some reason. But here it's like, oh, this is normal Tokyo or something. This is normal Japan. Yet this woman is like, 5 times the size of a normal size or something. I don't know. She's just gigantic or something. It just happens, right? But like I said, I think it really triggered me. It triggered me a little bit, honestly, the ending, because she just looked like absurdly big in the ending. It was just way. I mean, there was one scene in the end, and she's walking in next to her friends, and she's like, she's like 4 times their size or something. Like, Jesus Christ, man. That is completely impossible. Unless they're very tiny. Yeah, unless everyone else, I guess, is like really short, and she's really tall, so they compare in between. Is just that giant or something? Anyway, sorry I dropped it, but it really made me think about it, like, it looks really silly. But like I said, in other animes, you usually can ignore it because they have magical powers or whatnot, so you don't care about it. Or maybe they have something else, right? But anyway, sorry. I don't know. I get on a tall rant there or something. I think it's a good episode, though. Absolutely. Funny episode, ignoring the ending. Funny episode. It made me laugh. Adorable ending. It is very anime, though, in that sense that, it's like, it's the classic thing. It's like, oh, I'm gonna, like, give him a hug or something. Yeah, that's basically the furthest they ever will go. I mean, it's kind of sweet, right? Like, these kind of animes, they never go any further. No, it's always like hand holding is basically getting married in anime. Like, that's just how it is. It's like she holds his hand there for like 10 seconds, right? That's basically now they're married in anime. Yeah, it's like, I mean, seriously, because it was weird because she even like. It was a sweet scene, but it also felt kind of like, oh god, this is so anime because. She's looking at him, right? He finds her item, right? Finds the keychain, and she looks at him, and she wants to like, give him some kind of like acknowledgement, right, for finding it. She's like, oh, I want to do something. Okay, I want to, hug him or this thing. And she basically is like, it felt so anime. Where in reality, I mean, it probably would get further than that, right? So to speak, and that kind of content of them knowing each other and so on. But in anime, it's like, you saved my life. Handshake. Yeah. It felt so weird. Like, it was so unnatural. Like, so artificial. So anime. Where it's just like, this is how they will act. They will do like handshake, basically. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It was adorable, but also felt like, oh god, this is so unnatural behavior of how anyone actually would work. On Monday, for the matter, we have my favorite new anime, right? We have the Hokkaido Gals, which is, of course, my top anime this season, and I mean it absolutely. It's like Mario in Point 2.0. Yeah, they go into Hokkaido and the bunch of gyros. That anime, of course, is the same thing. Like, it's always like hand holding. We can't go further than that. Yeah, like, but at the same time, I'm a gyro that runs around in a gyro outfit, so it even gets more silly. But that's how those animes are as well, right? It is what anime is. But yeah, overall, funny episode. Of course, they had a classic trope, right? His arm is broken, and she had to help him with different stuff, right? And it's the classic thing, right? About anime. But yeah, what do you guys think? Is this the best rom-com? I think it has no chance. I mean, I read the manga, so it has no chance against Hokkaido Gals. That is by far the best rom-com, in my opinion. I mean, like I said, I already read it, the first like 56 chapters. I read it until it was over, and that's like a masterpiece, so... I mean, yeah, it's like 2 days now, man. I can't wait. Less than 2 days. Dusanko Gel wa Namara Menkoi. Come on, it's the greatest thing ever. Adorable gyros in the snow. It's such a good anime. I mean, I'm loving it. I'm really happy. But otherwise, this is probably the second best rom-com. Like, there's no other. Oh yeah, it's Loom is coming back. But I guess Loom is like, yeah. But Loom is interesting because I'll sit here last in the video, guys. Loom, what do you think about Loom? Have you seen, if you're into romantic comedies and anime, what would you actually, what genre would you say Loom is, right? What I mean is that obviously Loom is a rom-com, right? It's like, it's a comedy, and it's like, some relationships and so on. But the thing is that Loom, because it's a classic, Ranma, so on, and art, her art, it's much more, we call it gag comedy, right? It's much more slapstick, so it just feels like the other rom-coms. I think it's interesting because I think Loom is, I love Loom, okay? So my favorite anime, Ranma, Ranma is like my shadow. I love Ranma and so on. So I really like it, but to me it actually feels really fresh, even though it's actually a remake, because all the other rom-coms are kind of like this anime, right? Like the heart. It's like they kind of, you know, some storyline. These guys are, I don't know, in a class or their work colleagues, whatever, right? Stuff happens, right? But Loom is just like the old school kind of gag rom-com where it's like bam, slapstick, bam, bam, bam in your face, aliens. Yeah, it's way crazier, and I feel in a weird way, even though Loom is the oldest rom-com basically of all anime, it really is. It also feels the freshest right now, I think, because every other rom-com is like this anime where everything is a setting. Oh, we have co-workers, or this thing happening, and this thing, and then we have to do this thing together, yeah. But Loom is like, we don't care, it's just like weird gag comedy. Just go with it, yeah. Strange things happening, alien girls, and it's just weird, you know. I don't know, it actually feels really weirdly refreshing, in my opinion. So, yeah, I'm excited for Loom as well. Coming back on Thursday. Otherwise, yeah, that's it. Bam, guys, let the video, please subscribe, slap button, have a great day.